Hey everyone, ZerJD here with the XY Fans channel. This is Anima Gate of Memories, the Nameless Chronicles. Very long name. So this is very much a kind of action game with your RPG elements where you're, I'll show you real quick, where you're like, you have swords, you have equipable items, you got your skills tree, you got your items. Most of the storytelling is done through like memories and stuff like that. They have tutorials, which are always good for games. Like if you kind of button through stuff by mistake or don't really pay attention, you're being able to go back to it like that. While it is a kind of a hack and slash game kind of thing like this, this is mostly your combo. You got the dash attack, you have a launcher, a slam attack, you got your magic attack. You have Thanatos, which actually increases the attack damage, adds some good splash effect, which will actually hit enemies twice and stuff like that. But earlier when I went through this gate, the game crashed, and then when I restarted it, it started me on the other side of the gate, which was really weird because it didn't give me an auto save symbol. But this is actually a point where I was before. This actually gives me a good chance to explain stuff. These areas here kind of branch off of the main hub, so it's kind of like the main hub, then a door. This kind of existential area where you usually solve an interesting puzzle. The first one of these, you actually had a grid where I was putting down tiles, and it reflected it in the world space. So that path in front of me, I went up there and it started the level, but now I'm over here. So it's kind of got like a very good Dark Souls. He's like, hey, you have now unlocked a secondary path kind of thing, which is always fun. But so far it's been fine. It's got some very unique translations, and I think that's mostly because it just sounds like it's a game that was a different language and translated over, but it's not like bad, it's just interesting. So these are some basic enemies, and I'm gonna one of my biggest issues, and maybe one of the few issues with this game, is that like when an enemy hits you, you get knocked back like 20 feet, and it's no matter what hits you. Ranged attack, magic attack, a normal melee attack, you get launched hard. And that dash attack, for some enemies that I did before, Y attack, this thing will sometimes knock them back, sometimes it won't. Ugh. Not too bad, I don't think. Oh, it got me. I think my character is a vampire. The game starts off with you visiting a grave, and you're attacked by these inquisitors who are pretty much assholes. And because you straight up you're like, I don't want to fight. Just leave me alone. It's kind of like that that Netflix series with the Van Helsing, where like at the beginning of it for Alucard, or I mean not Alucard, Dracula, he's like, I really, like, please just leave me alone. Oh, this is another shortcut here. Don't talk to him. He's in timeout. But it was like, it's very much of, I don't want to mess with the mortals because I really don't care anymore about them. But it was straight up like, hey, leave me alone kind of thing. And even after like 3 of them attacked me, my guy was still like, mortals are still kind of cute. But they brought up the thing of like, my guy's pretty much a badass, but it doesn't feel like it when you played him. He's a cutscene badass. But at the top you see my health, my Thanatos, which is that, and then my key, which is just dodgies. Hey buddy, a lot of puppets in this area. I think there are about 8 areas. It's kind of looks like, hey, there's these 8 bosses, and then you might have the final thing. There's a reference to death in this game. One of the achievements is finish all conversations with death, and I was like, huh, okay. But it's been a lot of go here, activate this thing. Hey, buddy. Oh, well, you're dead now. I understand that the thing earlier I said about like, hey, you're a badass. It's really hard to balance that in games. Because if you make your character too powerful, it's not fun. I think the answer to that is to go with the route of semi-Devil May Cry, where like, hey, you're a badass. So we're gonna just throw tons of enemies at you. No, we're gonna go. Oh, wait, is that door open now? Oh, I'm in the cell. No, but so far it's been interesting. I kind of want to get you guys to a boss just so you can see it. The last boss I fought was a giant demon with no pants on. That didn't come into effect. I just noticed that he didn't have any pants on. So we're just gonna... This is the first time I've encountered these traps. You can't have a crazy person basement without having some kind of traps. Last time I hit one of those, it actually disabled the trap. So we're gonna loop around here. Yeah, this is the hallway that got the traps disabled earlier. So instead of worrying about the traps, I'm just gonna bypass them because I don't want to deal with them. That's another pillar I activated earlier. So we're back up here. Oh, something's happening. So far it's not been hard.
So you survived.
Here you go.
You were careless, Immortal. But
This is one of the people who attacked me early on.
anyone else has ever been before.
She seems like kind of an asshole.
Again.
I don't think we have been formally introduced. You can call me Lady. Everybody does. The truth is that I didn't expect to see you at the ritual. It was a miscalculation on our part.
She was with the Inquisitors. She was casting a spell to seal me in, but they were actually just after my blood. So, and then it was kind of in made to seem like a few months had passed since the encounter.
What you are doing, resurrecting Baal.
There's a seal that's keeping Baal. I haven't really read much of the backstory,
And
A shame.
but it sounds like this kind of thing of we want to resurrect this thing for good or for evil, and we're not, and then we're not going to be able to control it. I'm gonna go ahead and skip that. And then most of the time, I've fallen back on. I'm just gonna fire projectiles at you because I don't want to deal with you. When it's Thanatos charged, it travels through everything. So this is what I've been doing for a lot of the battles that kind of annoy me. So just gonna chill out up here. Oh, whoa, hey, is she on the ground now? Very cool. Let's go punch on her. Alright. There it is.
Bye, Immortal.
And that's usually how those battles end. Oh, look at it, achievement. Oh, so I quote unquote defeated her apparently. Is this where I gonna go? No, this is a warp room actually. There's a the main hub where I am right now is called Nowhere, and it's got this like portal room near the vendor where it leads to all these areas, which is kind of neat because it's kind of like maybe well, you saw near the entrance, like I'm maybe a fifth of the way into the area overall in this area. The areas haven't been that large, so if you die, you're not leaving too much progress or anything like that. And there's 8 doors, so that's why I'm assuming 8 levels. But we'll check this out and we'll keep going. I don't want to keep you guys too long. Hey. But so far, there have very much been enemies who are resistant to magic. There are enemies who do much more damage while with the melee attacks. If you just saw there, hitting him with my magic attack actually disables his flames, which is kind of neat. And then I have to hit him, beat him up. These are some of the stories. I'm not gonna make you sit here and watch them. This have been the stories I've been given through memories and stuff like that. Man, these people are like, these guys are angry. And then whammo. Charge up in there. Camera will freak out once in a while if you get really close to a wall. I still don't think any game handles can walk. Like if I'm here and I'm attacking, it'll kind of lose its shit. So far, nothing's been able to really hurt me outside of bosses. Actually, this area so far has been my favorite because I think wooden puppets like this are pretty badass. Of course, I got lots of life. There's a vendor who has sells weapons and stuff like that. Artifacts is how you're essentially your equipment items. But yeah, the knockback that enemies hit you with that just sends you flying is my biggest issue with this game. So now where do I go? We're done? Okay, cool. All right. Not sure where to go now, but hey, this is Anima Gate of Memories, the Nameless Chronicle. I think Anima is Italian for... Oh, cool. That area is blue now. I mean, that must mean I completed it. Anima, I believe, is soul in Italian, which is kind of neat. If I want, let's check out the map. Ooh, that's weird. Pushing up does that. And then pulling down does that. It's a lot of weird translation stuff. It's like on the bottom left it says displace down there. And I'm like, what? Anyways, I am ZeroJD. This was the XP Fans channel. This is Anima. It's pretty cool. Oh, there's something down here. Let's go get it. You know what? You don't get to see what that is. Bye. I'm ZeroJD. This is the XP Fans channel. Thank you so much for watching. Have a nice day. Oh my. Ah, Golem.